Watch a handful of dry earth slip through calloused fingers. It is a finite, crumbling substance, yet for the farmer, it is the only thing standing between his family and the grave. The tragedy of this struggle is that the very wealth a man pulls from the dirt often ends up erasing the man who dug for it. Pearl S. Buck's The Good Earth maps this specific trajectory. It is an unsparing look at the mechanics of wealth, showing how the pursuit of security can dissolve the very foundation it was meant to protect. For the protagonist, Wang Lung, the land is his absolute baseline. It dictates his survival, shapes his identity, and acts as his sole religion. Every calorie he consumes and every hope he holds for his children is pulled directly from the mud. But an existence tied so intimately to the weather is terrifyingly fragile. To insulate his family from the constant threat of starvation, Wang Lung is forced to climb the economic ladder, seeking a financial armor that will eventually hollow out his life. In the early years, survival is a matter of sheer endurance. Wang Lung and his wife, Lan, spend their days in the fields, engaging in backbreaking labor from dawn until dusk. It is a precarious, daily negotiation with the earth for enough food to stay alive. When a devastating famine strikes the region, that negotiation fails. The fields bake into cracked clay, and the family is pushed to the immediate brink of starvation. They migrate south to a bustling city, where Wang Lung finds that raw physical labor cannot defeat systemic hunger. He pulls rickshaws and begs in the streets, realizing that hard work alone is not enough to protect his family from the next drought. Survival suddenly requires capital. Money is no longer a luxury for the greedy. It is the only way to avoid watching his children die. This realization sets the psychological trap that will dictate the rest of his life. A turning point arrives during an urban revolution. Amidst the chaos, Lan discovers a handful of hidden jewels and hands them to her husband. This provides Wang Lung with an unexpected injection of seed capital. Returning to his village, Wang Lung uses this wealth to buy up prime farmland from the local elites, the House of Huang. They are a family collapsing under the weight of a decadent, over-leveraged lifestyle. A new cycle begins. Every harvest from these fields generates a surplus of silver, which Wang Lung immediately uses to buy more land. His holdings multiply, and his status in the village begins to shift. As his acreage grows, his physical labor disappears. He no longer sweats in the mud. He hires laborers to do the work while he manages the accounts from a distance. Wang Lung has officially transitioned into the life of an elite landlord. The earth has changed from a spiritual partner he struggled with into a sterile asset class on a ledger. As the silver piles up in hidden caches under his floorboards, a quiet rot sets in. The calluses on Wang Lung's hands begin to soften and disappear, leaving him with a restless, hollow boredom he never felt when he was hungry. He begins collecting superficial status symbols to fill the void. He purchases a delicate concubine named Lotus, bringing her into his home as a living trophy of his financial success. This leads to his cruelest act. He discards the loyalty of Lan, mocking her plainness and forgetting that her labor and sacrifice built the foundation he now stands on. His estate grows into a sprawling compound, with high brick walls that fence him off from the fields and the shifting seasons. He has successfully simulated total security, but in doing so, he has disconnected himself from the reality that sustains him. His wealth has protected him from the elements, but it has also amputated his connection to the natural world. He is safe, but he is isolated within a manufactured paradise. In his old age, Wang Lung is an alienated patriarch. He rules over an agricultural empire he no longer physically interacts with or understands. He is flanked by his sons, who grew up insulated by their father's money. They have never known hunger, and they view the family's land purely as liquid capital waiting to be unlocked. The final irony is revealed as Wang Lung approaches death. He overhears his sons plotting to sell off the land the moment he dies, eager to fund their urban, disconnected lifestyles. The House of Wang has become the new House of Huang. By shielding his children from the dirt, Wang Lung created the exact same brand of soft, decadent elites he once replaced. The novel reveals a brutal economic truth. The cycle of prosperity resets the moment descendants begin consuming capital without respecting the labor that sourced it. Pearl Buck's story maps a trajectory that repeats across cultures and centuries. It serves as a sharp warning about the hidden costs of human ambition and the architecture of wealth. Modern society often mirrors Wang Lung's sons. We become obsessed with abstract value, digital metrics, financial instruments, and perceived status, while ignoring the tangible realities of agriculture and labor that actually keep us alive. True resilience requires a perpetual, humble connection to the physical and figurative ground that built you. The moment you forget the dirt, you begin the slow process of returning to it.